On April 20th, 2026, an influencer named Matt Wallace posted a single photo of Taylor Swift with a definitive claim. He told his 2.3 million followers she was, quote, 100% pregnant. He pointed to what he called a rapid weight gain and claimed this was the reason a June 13th wedding was being rushed. He provided no sources and no medical records. Within 24 hours, that single post had crossed 1 million views. News outlets ran with it, and fans immediately split into camps. The entire frenzy was built on nothing more than one person's subjective reading of how Swift's figure looked in a single photograph compared to her appearance during the Eras Tour. To understand why her appearance might change, we have to look at what she was actually doing for the previous 18 months. The Eras Tour required Swift to perform 44 songs a night, multiple nights a week, in massive stadiums. Trainers reported her preparation involved running on a treadmill for up to 3 hours a day while singing at full volume. By any standard of sports medicine, that is the physical conditioning of a professional athlete mid-season. When a tour ends, that intense physical output stops. The body stops burning thousands of calories a day, and body composition naturally changes. Sports media covers this biological reality as a routine story every offseason for football and basketball players. Yet when it happens following the most physically demanding tour in music history, the internet immediately defaults to an amateur medical diagnosis. The leap from normal biological change to a hidden pregnancy highlights an enduring cultural habit, treating a female celebrity's body as public property, open for inspection at any time. The formal fact-checking apparatus actually worked exactly as it was supposed to. Matt and the Hollywood Gossip quickly investigated the claims and delivered clear verdicts. They confirmed there were 0 credible reports, no announcements, and absolutely no baby bump sightings. Even automated logic rejected the rumor. When a user fed Wallace's post into X's integrated AI assistant, GROK, the response was immediate. It stated clearly, "No, it is not true. Taylor Swift is not pregnant," citing the complete lack of evidence. The AI refused to validate it. The fact-checkers debunked it. And still, 1 million people clicked, shared, and debated. Verified data and automated systems are highly efficient, but they consistently lose out to an audience that desperately wants to believe a compelling fiction. While that digital chaos was unfolding, a tangible reality was playing out in Lower Manhattan. On Friday night, April 18th, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce arrived at the exclusive members-only club Casa Cipriani. They stepped out of their car heavily shielded by 3 large black umbrellas. Inside the club, jazz musician Richie Nuz was performing a set. He later told Page 6 exactly what he saw the couple doing that night. They were dancing. She wasn't sitting carefully to protect an early pregnancy. She was actively dancing on a Friday night with her fiancé. Media outlets latched on to those black umbrellas, suggesting they were being used to hide a baby bump. Anyone who has ever been swarmed by a wall of flashing cameras knows they serve a much simpler purpose, allowing a high-profile couple to walk into a private building without being photographed by paparazzi. The umbrellas were covering a highly specific meeting. Inside Casa Cipriani, Swift and Kelce sat down with Kindred Lubeck. That is the craftsperson who designed Swift's engagement ring. They spent their private evening discussing and planning the actual wedding bands they will wear. Every outlet that ran the viral rumor missed the real milestone happening right in front of them. The internet was aggressively hunting for signs of a baby, while Taylor and Travis were quietly focused on the rings they would exchange in a few short months. This chart visualizes data commissioned by fashion brand Terry Costa to see which celebrities generate the most American Google searches related to pregnancy speculation. As you can see, Taylor Swift sits far at the top, generating an average of 1,410 monthly searches. To understand the scale of that obsession, we can look at the next highest person on the list. Hailey Bieber averages 360 monthly searches. Swift is generating nearly 4 times the speculative volume of anyone else. When you add Margot Robbie and Blake Lively, who tie at 210 searches each, the disparity is massive. Swift commands more invasive curiosity about her body than almost every other major celebrity combined. These searches completely eclipse her measurable achievements. Right now, Swift holds 40 career AMA wins, recently released the fastest-selling album in American history, and remains Spotify's most streamed artist of all time. The obsession runs so deep that it short-circuits critical thinking. Over the same week as the viral rumor, beautiful maternity photos of a woman named Laura began circulating online. Laura happens to be a striking Taylor Swift lookalike. Thousands of fans, and even several media outlets, shared the images as definitive proof of Swift's pregnancy, completely failing to realize they were looking at a stranger. The constant debunking, resharing, and misidentification reveals a stark reality. The sheer volume of this speculation points to a culture that views a woman's physical form as an open public event, available for constant commentary and consumption. The reality of their relationship has a distinctly different pace. Following their engagement in August 2025, sources close to the couple outlined a highly intentional path forward. They are actively discussing starting a family, but they are doing so carefully, without rushing to meet an arbitrary public deadline. Travis Kelce spoke about these exact future plans with surprising emotional directness in a GQ interview. He talked about watching his friends, whose parents are still thriving, contrasting it with his own parents' divorce. He stated clearly that he is looking to build a forever kind of love, rooted in a genuine connection. People close to them consistently describe two individuals who are completely aligned on what they want. They are navigating their future, including children, based entirely on their own emotional readiness, flatly ignoring the noise of social media speculation. They are laying down the foundation for a life that lasts. That requires quiet intentionality, a stark contrast to the frantic, minute-by-minute demands of the viral internet. Their actual timeline is firmly fixed on July 3, 2026, the date of their New York City wedding. We are currently 10 weeks out on that day. For the final 100 days leading up to the ceremony, Kelce has been sending Swift a new floral arrangement every single morning. Behind the scenes, the preparations are highly coordinated. Swift's inner circle is deeply involved, with insiders reporting that Selena Gomez is already well into her specific duties as a bridesmaid. Gigi Hadid is also confirmed to be stepping into a bridesmaid role as the heavily secured event approaches its final stretch. The post-wedding plans are equally concrete. They have mapped out a 3-week global honeymoon itinerary that begins with quiet stops across Lake Como and the French Riviera. The tour will then cross multiple continents, ending with stretches in Singapore and the private islands of Fiji. These are the confirmed details of a couple carefully constructing a joyful private countdown. They are meeting with jewelers, organizing international travel, and gathering their closest friends, all while navigating a tidal wave of invasive, baseless internet rumors. Taylor Swift has spent 20 years documenting the cost of this exact kind of public scrutiny in her music. She has consistently shown that she will share her major life milestones on her own terms, in her own voice, exactly when she is ready. Until she decides to speak, the only appropriate response is to give her the privacy she has earned.